Good morning. I am bringing you 2 weeks after the average date of last frost. Quite a lot to do if you haven't done it already. So let's just go over our weekly list. We have tomato, pepper, and eggplants that we're going to set out the transplants if you haven't already. I've got some new ones started for a cousin of mine, so they're not ready for that at all, but we'll look at those in a little while. Cucumber, squash, melon. It says to set out your transplants. So if you have some seedlings that are on and be ready pretty soon, get them sat out so they'll harden off. Strawberries, you're going to want to mulch around your plants to keep them off the ground. So go ahead and get some mulch around so you're not having strawberries laying in the dirt. Then, of course, all crops, it says protect from slugs. I haven't seen slugs, but I'm not positive they aren't out there because I have a few leaves that have been fairly eaten, and I don't see any bugs, so I'm kind of wondering. Anyway, you need to hill your potatoes again, which, oh my gosh. I'll talk to you about our potatoes here in a little bit. I'm just floored. I am floored. Okay, so then you're going to make some additional sowings if you want some more. Leaf lettuce, carrot, you've got beets, sweet corn, and radish. I already actually did that a couple days ago, or maybe it was last week, on the carrots, and I put some purple basil in the pot where the other basil's pretty much ruined, but it's coming back. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. I haven't seen it germinating, but hopefully it'll come up pretty soon. Time to put your bush type summer squash in if you're going to do bush type. And if you're going to do New Zealand spinach, which I'm not real sure what the difference between New Zealand spinach and spinach is. I'd have to look that up, but neither here nor there. If you happen to have that, it's time to get that sown for seed or for container growing. So it's time to get that put into the containers. If you have rhubarb, it's, just continue to harvest. If you have mustard greens, go ahead and harvest the leaves. And if you have garlic, you can still cut scrapes and use in your cooking. So that's your basic nutshell of what this week is for. I know everyone is in different locations, so your last frost is a different day than mine. But if you just go based on that and 2 weeks after your average date of last frost, you'll be pretty good. Let me remind you guys, in case you don't know or you don't remember, this is the book I'm using. And that is backwards, so we're going to have to try that a different way. But it's Vegetable Gardener's Handbook. So it's a good book. I really, really enjoy it. It's really chock full of more information than what I tell you, primarily because it's really good and informative and detailed information, but also it's a copyright thing. Somebody took their time to write this book, so really definitely get this book. It's worth the cost of it. I don't remember what I paid, but it wasn't awful. So get this. It's got lots of good stuff in here, and it's something you can use year after year after year. So let's go take a look in the greenhouse at the new seedlings. I've got some tomatoes restarted for where the birds had gotten after ours. I've got a whole bunch of tomatoes started for my cousin. And then we'll just take a look at the beds and see how everything is doing, how everything's growing. And, yeah, let's go do that. Okay, y'all, let me show you. I don't have a whole lot started, but these 4 containers here at the back, those are going to be for me unless we get a great germination. Then I'll send those with my cousin as well. We've got, not this one because I dumped that one by accident, but we do have 2 of them that have finally germinated here for my cousin. So that's exciting. And a whole bunch more up here that have not yet germinated. Well, at least as this morning, maybe this afternoon it'll be germinated. And I had a few extra bush bean plants, so I'm going to go ahead and send those to my cousin as well. Might as well. Don't want them to go to waste if we can help it. So that's what we've got going on in the greenhouse right now. Not a lot. Just a few little extras. Let's go out to the garden and see all of that. Okay, so if y'all remember, and if you weren't with us, we started some tomatoes in this container in the greenhouse. They're called early treats. And we have a ton of blooms. Let me show you. And yes, I know I need to get them tied up. They're really ready for some tying. And then they've got some more blooms there. So we've got quite a few blooms coming on. So I'm looking forward to some early tomatoes. That'll be great. Here are primarily San Marzanos. I think there's a couple of cherries in here. There's definitely, you know, the 4 nasturtiums. Although, check out this nasturtium. That happened overnight. God, love it. Anyway, they're growing up pretty good. We're going to get the trellis on this one this weekend. We're going to need to start tying some of these, that's for sure. I think this one right here is a cherry, but I'd have to double check. And I'm thinking that one's a beefsteak. The rest are San Marzano, but I could be wrong, y'all. I need to go look at my list. Here are our zucchinis. We've got one bloom that has happened, and let's see if I can get down in here for you. There. Do you see the other buds that are coming? So exciting. There's some more over here, I believe. Yeah, there. So those are starting to put on. Here are our squash, and there are a ton of buds down here. So I'm very excited. I don't know if you can see that, but there are a lot of buds. So it's getting ready to put some fruit on. There, can you see that? I hope so. So I'm excited for that. Need to get these transplants in the ground before they completely crash on me. I just haven't had a chance. So we got some banana peppers there and a couple of squash. And the onions are doing really good. I did get in here the other day and get mulch around all of these and around these on this side. And these are all peppers over here, y'all. I mean, look at these bell peppers. They've got blooms. Oh, I'm so excited for that. We've got yellow here. It's an orange one over there. And this one's a purple one. I've never had a purple bell pepper, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, these are the bells. And then we have some other peppers down that way and another nasturtium right there. And these onions got mulched as well. And the bush beans are up. How about that? Well, those two have been up. I think you've seen those. But these 3 just started popping out of the ground. So I'm very excited about that. I had to plant both of those twice. I'm not sure what happened to the first ones. I came out and I looked, and it almost looked like some birds might have dug up the beans that I planted. So at least these have come up. So I'm happy about that. There are more peppers here. These are all going to be mainly spicy peppers that are in here, other than the poblano ancho, which is over on that side. But I want to show you guys something that is so exciting. I've never seen it. I just guess I've never noticed. But look at that teeny tiny little jalapeno. That is great, isn't it? That is the best looking little pepper, I tell you. I mean, I love it. That's great. We've got blooms on the serranos. Both this one here and the one on that side are both serrano peppers. So Kyle's going to be super happy about having serranos for his salsa. I might even dry a few so we have a choice in peppers, because right now I just cook with habanero, dried habanero that I make. But I think the serrano would be a different flavor. So we get enough of those, I'm going to give that a try. And then over here are primarily the romas. And this is the bed that was hit the hardest with the birds. Most of them are doing okay, though. Let me think here. I believe it is that one and this one. I can't really remember if it was that one and this one. But anyway, one of these is a beef. 2 of these are a beefsteak that I replaced some dead plants that were like that one from birds. And that's why I've got some more started just in case. Because I really do need the tomatoes for the cooking that we do. Or I do, I should say. Anyway, some of the nasturtiums are really looking great. I'm excited about those, as y'all know. Edible flowers. Who's done it? I've never eaten a flower. I can't wait. So they're doing okay. Even this one here. That's the one that the one branch was broken off, and then it started coming back on that one leaf. And that one right over, I don't know if you can tell, this one right here. That's the one that the branch broke off and the leaf was starting to grow in the middle, and now look at it. So can't complain about that, that's for sure. And we'll just see how well they do. But again, that's why I've got some restarted just in case. Let me see, what bed am I missing? Oh, this one over here. This container. Remember that seed I was telling you about from the beefsteak tomato that just somehow kept making it? Well, it's still making it. Let me get these suckers off of here though. And then these are cucumber, and all of this is oregano. So yeah, it's doing really good. I'm just letting this tomato do what it wants to do because it is amazing. I guess I got it a little too close to the side here, but that's okay. I'm gonna tie this up also. I think this weekend we'll be able to get this container in its permanent location and get that tied up. So, and these self-wicking beds are doing okay. I can't complain. All right, let's go to the other side of the garden. Oh yeah, here, I don't see any germination on the purple basil I put in here. It's all right in here. It might be starting to germinate in there. I think I see one trying to come up there. So yeah, I heard that their bees love them, so I went on and put some more in. And here's my almost dead basil that's coming back. I'm really happy about that. And here's the lettuce. And oh my goodness, is that not doing great? And Kyle has heavily harvested twice off of this. So it's doing really good. Definitely saving us money on the lettuce at the store. I'm thrilled about that. Plus, I know where it's coming from, and I know he's getting an organic lettuce for his lunch. And there's the Swiss chard. We've never had it. That's why you only see two or three plants, because I'm not positive if I like it or not. And then look at the carrots. Aren't they great? I did do a second sowing, and some of them have started to pop up a little bit. I need to come back and weed again. I think I put a few in here as well. I think this one's just a weed. Yeah. So, it'll be good. We're going to get a fair share of carrots, and I like carrots. Kyle's not a huge fan of carrots, so we don't need a whole lot. And here's the onion bed, still rocking. I'm gonna cut the lettuce out of there, I think this weekend, for Kyle's salads next week. And all of the big leaves off of those two plants there that you see that have the giant leaves. Those will come off for Kyle's salads next week as well. And would you look at these taters, y'all? Excuse me, that is amazing. Kyle put the box on there for me to be able to hill them. I need another layer of box around those taters, if not two already. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done this weekend, because I really need to get these suckers hilled up. That just to me is so amazing. And you know, all I did was buy organic taters and put them in a paper bag, let them get the eyes going. And I just popped them in the ground and look at them. They're amazing. I know we're not going to get as many taters as we could, but this is our first year. So I think next year I'll do an entire bed, because that's very thrilling right there. And then our first experimental bed. This is where I'm talking about. I don't know if that's a slug eating on that leaf or what. There's one on here. Look, this is a spinach leaf. Half of it's gone. Oh, I don't know if you can see it there. So I don't know. I put some cinnamon down on those tomatoes, and that seemed to work to get the birds to stay away from it. I don't know if it'll work for a slug, but I think I'll come in here and do some DE and some cinnamon and hope for the best. The broccoli's doing great, except it's not putting on any heads, but I'm still trying to be patient. And something came along and ate the very few cantaloupe plants I had in here, so that's a bummer. And there's the rogue lettuce. Not really rogue, I threw a couple extra seeds over here, and those are the two that came up. So probably go on ahead and get those out of here for next week's salads as well. So pretty much, guys, that's it. The garden is starting to look very nice. Let me get backed up over here for you. Okay. It's starting to look really nice. I can't wait until everything looks all lush and green. That'll be great, won't it? Remember that tree that was really terrible? It stood like way up there. Yeah, we had to have it cut down. It couldn't get any further because my dad, way back in the day, when he fenced the yard, he did this with the tree between the shop here and the tree, just to keep the dogs safe. So they didn't want to go down on that. Plus there's a screw here, a couple of them that was used to hold this gate closed. Kyle's gonna get this vine trimmed off of there so that we can get that gate back to closed. As you know, this is where I intend to have chickens, so that's all got to get cleaned up. But we did get that tree down. They couldn't go much further, not only because of the fencing, but also because of the wall. Let me take you and show you what else happened that same day. And it made me kind of emotional, to be honest. That's where the walnut tree used to be. That first storm that came through that gave us our first tornado warning of tornado season cracked this tree. It concerned me. That other tree, it was in dire need to come down for a long time, for many years. So went on ahead and had someone come and pull those two down. They did a great job. Worked most of the day getting it done. I have some footage I might pop in here. If you want to see it and I don't put it in here, just let me know, okay? And then I will later. My mama really loved this tree, so it's really sad to see it come down, but that's just the way life is, honestly. So now we don't have to worry about black walnuts on the ground, so that's the positive part of that. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you guys for coming along and checking out my garden with me. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions or advice, please leave them in the comments. I really do appreciate all of the comments and all of the advice. As you know, this is our first year. I'm a traditional black thumb. I am only going based on the research I have done and the learning I've done over the past several years. So no practical worldly experience in this, so anything that you can give me that'll help, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this video, and to see more in the future, right below, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching via Facebook, go on over to YouTube, and then the subscribe button will become available for you. And then right next to that button is a little bell icon. If you'll click that and choose all, you will never miss one of my videos. So definitely go do that, and I will see you next time around.